Hi Virgo, welcome to May. This is Teresa from tarotbyt.com. And before I start your reading, I want to call in some good energy and create some sacred space around this reading. And I want to say thank you for liking and sharing and subscribing to my channel. Thank you also for taking the time out to comment on the videos. I love hearing the feedback. And it's just wonderful. And thank you for those who have ordered readings. I really appreciate your support, and I've enjoyed working with everyone. So keep it coming. I value that you choose me. I mean, I know there's a lot of readers out there, so thank you, thank you. So let's see what's happening for Virgo. We have a new moon in Taurus, which is favorable. It's in your sister sign. And we also have a full moon in Sagittarius at the end of the month, on the 29th. The new moon's on the 15th. And let us see what's coming up. What does Virgo need to know about love and relationships? What does Virgo need to know about love and relationships for the month of May? What does Virgo need to know about love and relationships for the month of May? Okay, Two of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, Page of Wands, the King of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Four of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, the Eight of Wands, and the World. Wow, this is great. This is awesome. Okay, Two of Wands. The Two of Wands, you start the month off wondering about a partnership, and you're wondering where it's going to lead, or what the outcome. You've been working hard toward a goal, and you're wondering, where is this all going to lead? I've been putting a lot of energy into this thing, and I'm not sure if I'm going to see results. I'm waiting to see results. I'm trying to make a decision. So you might be trying to make a decision about a partnership, because I'm seeing a couple of things going on here. There's a lot more career stuff happening this month for you than there is romance, but there could also be, I don't know, it could go two ways. So the Nine of Pentacles, this is a card of financial security. This is someone who, you might be working on a business. You're wanting to have, be more independent financially. And you want to have a lot of freedom. So if you're working like the 9-to-5 type job, you may want to start your own business. You might be thinking about that. Like maybe you're trying to form a partnership with someone so that you could have more autonomy, more freedom, a better schedule, where you can set your own hours. Or you could be working in a position where, even if you're working for a company, they give you a lot of freedom, where you're either the manager and you're able to, they just say, here, get the job done and report back. You're not being micromanaged. Something, in the recent past, you've gotten some message. The Page of Wands is usually a message that brings you great joy. So you may have heard some good news. You may have even been offered a chance to partner with someone. But you're trying to decide whether to get involved or not. Because you have this King of Swords here. Now, if you're involved in a relationship, it's possible that you met someone new and you're thinking about leaving a situation that's not working for you. Because the King of Swords, if it's a relationship that you're walking away from, it could be with someone it could be an air sign, like Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. But it could also be that someone who's in a position of authority, you may feel like someone has been really harsh with you. and someone has been unfair to you. You may feel victimized by someone, and you may be thinking, you know, I need to really think hard about whether I want to be involved with this person or not. Because the King of Swords is about separating what's real from what's not real, seeing the truth in a situation. So you may feel that someone's been really critical or judgmental with you. On the other hand, it could be qualities within yourself that you need to release. If you've been critical and judgmental, you know, where you've taken a black and white stand and not seen the gray areas, you know, you're being like, this is right, this is wrong. Because the energy of the King of Swords is, it's a harshness. This person seems like they have no compassion. They just look at the facts and they don't really, you know, there's no gray area. It's either you're right or you're wrong. And with the Five of Swords coming up in the future, you may feel like that this person is kind of hostile. You might be dealing with someone's hostility. So if you're leaving a relationship because you want to pursue something new, you might be dealing with someone's hostility. Like if you're, you know, like they're not happy about you breaking up with them, or if you're leaving it, even if it's a job, if you found a new job and you're wanting to move away from a current situation, you might be dealing with people that are not happy with your choice. The Five of Swords can represent you having to accept the reality of a situation. So you may be involved in something that has some limitations to it, like a person, you know, this is who they are and you can't change them. So you either have to love them and accept them for who they are, or you need to cut your losses and move on. So this is kind of a decision. You're kind of in the place of deciding, do I stay in this current situation? Do I stay with this partner who I feel is a little bit too rigid or too harsh? Or do I cut my losses and move on? So that's part of it. It could be a relationship. It could also be a career decision, because now coming up in the future, you have the Four of Wands. Now this is a card of victory, stability, marriage. So I feel like some of you might be leaving a relationship because you met someone new. And this relationship has great potential, this new relationship. It could actually lead to marriage. It could lead to great joy. You have the Nine of Cups here, the Ten of Pentacles. So you might, and the Eight of Wands, which if in a love reading, the Eight of Wands means love, you know, things happening really quickly. So it could be you've met someone and, you know, you're head over heels and you're even talking about, you know, setting up house together, or things just feel really good. You feel like this person is supporting you financially, like they're there for you, they have your back. The Nine of Cups is the wish fulfillment card. The World as an outcome is perfect. The World as an outcome, it's like I finally found my place in the world. I finally found like my partner. But the World also represents the ending of a cycle, and then you're ready to go to the next level. So you might be ending a relationship with one person and then beginning a new one. Some of you might be beginning a new relationship, walking away from an impossible situation. And the new thing is going to bring much joy into your life. And you may feel a sense of completion, like I finally found where I need to be. Others, you might be able to work things out where you accept someone for who they are and you're working to make things better. But for some reason, I just feel like you're leaving something behind. And it's even in a career situation. It could be that you're leaving an impossible career. Like maybe you have a boss that's just too hard on you. And you're feeling like, you know, they're always, you know, they're so hard to please. And they're always, you know, criticizing me or complaining. And I'm just tired of it. And I just want to get away from this whole environment. Like you might be working in a toxic work environment. And you just want to move on and do your own thing and create your own success. And in that case, there could be some opportunities coming up in May that are going to allow you to do that. They're going to allow you to leave the past behind and move into a situation that gives you greater financial security, that gives you more freedom, that seems like a dream come true, because you have the Nine of Cups here. I feel like your current situation is changing, but for the better. But it's going to involve facing reality and knowing when to cut your losses and when to move on. But the future looks great. I mean, once you make that decision to cut your losses, and you have to give it some thought. This is also a card of giving things serious, look at your options and really, do the pros and cons, separate what's real from what's not real, realize what you can change and what you can't change. But don't try to change a situation that is out of your hands. You can't change other people. If a person is refusing to work with you, or if a situation seems impossible, you may need to just cut your losses and go off on your own, take a different path. And if you decide that, this all looks great. The 10 of Pentacles, the 9 of Cups, the 8 of Wands, the World. The World as an outcome card is like one of the best cards in the deck, plus with the 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups usually means a wish will be fulfilled. And the way it will be fulfilled is through the major arcana, which would be the World card. So everything is coming together now. So maybe you're deciding to release something that's no longer serving you. And now you're moving in a better direction. And things are starting to happen. Doors are opening up. Green lights instead of red. Or warning, And you're feeling like, hey, I'm doing work that I really love. I'm with people I really care about. I found the right guy. I found the right career path. Everything's coming together. So let's see what the astrology has to say. So for you, the new moon falls in your 9th house. And that's the house of it's a house of education, spirituality, higher education, learning, foreign countries, travel, long distance travel. So I feel it's also a house, I feel like you're learning a lot. You're having a new beginning where you're really learning a lot. And there could also be a new relationship with someone who's very different than you. Because you have Mars and Pluto in your 5th house. And they are supporting this new beginning. So there could be a new romance, a new relationship. And it's with someone that's very different from you. And you have to kind of expand your thinking to and deal with this person. But it's exciting because they're showing you things that you've never seen before. You're learning new things with them. You might even travel with them. You might be, traveling and experiencing different people, different cultures. You have Jupiter in your 3rd house of communication and marketing, communication. So it could be like you're expanding your website if you have a website, or you're expanding. You're having good relationships with neighbors and siblings. You might even meet someone just running around town. Jupiter's trine Neptune in your 7th house. You might have met someone just in your day-to-day activities. But this person is expanding your view. It's really, they're making a big difference in your life. With Neptune in the 7th house, you could meet a soulmate. But you want to make sure that you're not over-idealizing someone. Sometimes Neptune can do that. You're just in this state of, where you're seeing everything with rose-colored glasses. So you want to make sure that you're not creating any codependent type relationships where you're rescuing someone. But if that's not the case, this new beginning is really good for you. You might be starting a new career, or new educational program where you're learning new things. You might have decided to go back to school so that you can have more financial security. Or you might be teaching. Maybe you decided to teach others. Whatever you're doing in May, whatever you're beginning in May, it looks really good. It looks like it's really speaking, because the 5th house not only can that be romance, it's also creative self-expression. So you're doing work that you really love, and you're getting the word out there. Jupiter's helping expand your reach from just your little neighborhood to other areas. So you're exploring other areas, you're expanding outward, you're learning new things, you're reaching people on a global perspective. And then we have the full moon on May 29th, and that's in Sagittarius. That could be a little bit more challenging because it's in a tense aspect to Virgo. And that's happening in your house. It's affecting your home and career sectors, your 4th and 10th house. So something will be coming to completion at the full moon. At that point, maybe you'll see at that point what direction you need to go in. So you may achieve a certain amount of career success. There may be some changes that have to do with your home. Either you're setting up a house with someone new, or you're making improvements to your home. You have Venus is in the 5th. Wait. You have Mars. Mars is in Aquarius. That's going through your 6th house. You're working really hard. You're going to be working hard in May. But it's opposing the North Node in Leo. And that's in your 12th house. So you really have to work on... You're finding your path. And the path might be one of service. But you have to overcome some psychological blocks first. You have some blind spots that need to be overcome. And once you can get through that, you don't want to overwork with Mars in your 6th house. You don't want that to affect your health. But this new moon, or this full moon, is trying the North Node. So whatever's coming to completion is really setting you on your true karmic path. And it may be a path of service where you're really helping others. Maybe you start working in hospitals or dealing with institutions. Venus is in your 11th house, and it's opposed by Saturn in your 5th. So you're working really hard. You could, if you're having a new relationship, it could be with someone where there's an age difference. Where, or you could also, with Saturn in your 5th, maybe you feel that you really have to work hard to get the word out there. You could have some issues with children. Maybe you feel cut off from your children. It can also bring a relationship, a new romance with someone where there's an age difference. It's showing you the reality. Saturn, when Saturn hits a house, it shows you may be working so hard that it's hard for you to have fun. So you want to make sure that you give yourself time for fun. But Venus in the 11th is bringing money to you. It's helping you to achieve a dream. You may have to work hard to bring this money in, but it will come. Just keep at it. Don't give up your dream. Sagittarius and Gemini are about communicating, about teaching, learning, writing. So you might be working on something that's going to give you recognition that involves teaching, learning, and writing, and that you're going to be dealing with different cultures, and maybe you're bringing something to the masses that people are, find a little strange or out of their, just different. And you're exposing people to new ideas and new concepts. But whatever it is, Virgo, you're on the right path. So don't if you're dealing with some conservative types that are trying to bust your bubble, or maybe they don't understand what you're doing or what you're trying to do, just keep at your goal and keep at your dream. You're moving in the right direction. And if some people don't understand what you're doing, you may have to cut them out of your life. Cut out the killjoys. And, cut your losses and move on. Move on to the path that really speaks to you, both in love and in career. So that's my forecast for May, Virgo. I wish you much luck and success. I know you're going to have a lot of dreams be fulfilled this month. And doors are going to be opening up. So don't give up. And just keep the dream going. Don't be afraid to partner with someone who's really good for you. Someone who has the same vision that you have. And try to see the big picture and let go of the need to criticize. Let go of the need to have black and white thinking. Learn to incorporate, see both sides. See things from both sides. And you'll be fine. But you're coming into a period of much success and fulfillment. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you'd like to have a private reading, just click on the link in the description box. It'll take you to my website and we'll get you on the schedule. And I'd love to work with you. So enjoy May. Much success and love to you. I'll talk to you next month. Okay, bye now.